Flop it on.
Miss Brennan, look.
Miss Brennan's very excited for you.
She's doing nicely. Yes, she is. I have
There you go. Looking good.
Miss Brennan, look.
I think it looks fantastic. I'm going to hang it up with the others.
And I'm the second one.
You are.
Well, can I do technology?
You may do some technology right now.
Where?
On the back here.
Well, on the left or the right?
On the right.
Now,
Unless you want to go to Seussville.
I want to look up doctors. I think you're in college now. Okay, I am right. Well, after college, you get to do your own work, and then after college, after you do that, you can be friends with someone, and once you get friends with someone else, you can actually marry them, and then you have kids. And then you might have to take care of the kids because usually the mom takes care of the kids and the dad only does goes outside. The kids go to school and you can go do your work. 4 times 6. Okay. And 24. I am a robot. I am a robot.
My name's Consuelo Brennan. I am currently an inclusion class with 3rd grade. I am the general education teacher. I've been a general education teacher for 23 years, I believe. Before that, I worked in business, but I did a career change midway.
My name is Miss C, and I am a co-teacher to Miss B. I have been teaching since 2012, but I've been in the district since 2009, I believe, so about 6 to 7 years. I chose teaching as my profession because I love children, and I especially love teaching children with special needs who need extra support.
Where's the one you just did with tigers?
Mason, you're gonna come and you're gonna work with Chase. Okay? Go kick yourself. Work with Chase. I'm gonna give you 3 post-its. You can take a walk after we're done. So, number 1, is this going to be a very noisy classroom during the revision process? No. Okay? You are going to respect your partner, and you're not going to be, what? Ooh. What? Oh my goodness. Okay? Right? We're only going to give positive feedback, and we're going to ask questions. How many questions, Troy?
3.
3 questions. You will take your post-it with your question, okay? Are you just going to put it down below? Will your partner know what you're talking about? You got to stick post-its. Put it, can you add more? Right here, next to this sentence. So your partner knows where to go, where to look. Okay?
Mason, can you read number 2?
Okay.
Number 2? She can't see it. You can't see it.
Number 2. Read your partner's essay silently to yourself.
Do you think reading it only one time is going to help you understand what your partner is trying to write about? No. So how many times might you want to read this over before you make any type of suggestions? 2, 3 times. Okay, so I'm going to write that on the board. At least 2 or 3 times before you make any suggestions.
In our class, our needs are very diverse.
They are.
As an inclusion class, we are mixing students who have special education needs, who have something called an IEP, Individual Education Plan, and we are blending them with students who are in the general ed population. That is a rather large challenge because we have very diverse personalities, very diverse educational needs, and very diverse
Personalities.
Personalities, yes.
Begin to build water.
Okay, so now you're going to listen to Mason has some things he wants to say about your writing, okay? So share with them.
He wants you to add where the Great Lakes are located. Next one.
Well, a perfect example today was the students were working in small groups, and one of my children that has a lot of difficulty. You could tell that the students, the general education students, were very polite and very enthusiastic in helping the student to complete their assignment that they had been working on. I saw small groups where I mixed the children together, but they had to complete a task. And my students who are functioning well, I could see how they empathized and helped the others to get them to achieve what they should be learning in third grade. And it was a great example of where inclusion can be a very positive experience for students. It doesn't come easy because we're here in March. In the beginning of the school year, it was very separated. But the kids have gotten to know each other and are now mingling as you wouldn't know one from the other.
My goodness.
Okay, most of us as we're walking around have finished their 3 comments on their partner's writing piece. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to give you about 3 to 4 minutes to discuss it with your partner. And then what we're going to do tomorrow is we are going to use those questions and we're going to try and revise. Okay? And expand. Go back into our articles on maybe the Great Lakes, on big cats, and add more detail.
You don't get to choose the teacher you work with, but I was fortunate enough to be with Diana. We have several classes here at Gregory School. It's a very popular trend because parents today want their children to have the experience of being in a general education class rather than what was big years ago, our self-contained classes where children with special needs were placed in a separate class from the general education population.
Wow. You know I'm very excited.
I know you are.
And I know this is going to be amazing.
It is going to be amazing. And then you're going to color it. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, you're going to play the card game you played earlier. Salute. Provided that you finished your writer's notebook this morning. These are the only writer notebooks I have here. So they will need to be finished in order to play Salute. Once you finish that, then, and only then if we cooperate, will we go on our hunt. I hope everybody will be cooperative.
Ooh, the pictures of you equal 36. What was 36? 36 orange.
One of the theories of doing inclusion is that the behaviors and the social skills improve on the children who have special needs, and it also helps the general education students empathize with these needs, that these kids are not weird or strange or different. They just learn differently. So in theory, it works very well. there are challenges to it when it doesn't work so well.
Like, well, it's actually like the zombies, like they're but like when there's also this part where like the zombies start knocking on the door saying brains, and Miss Bennett keeps a secret from us, and she says that she has plants inside there. Like she hides plants from us. And for this problem.
All right. So please move to what you need to do, and then we'll get ready to go on the scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt.
All you need is this. Look, they found one. Why don't you go see what they found?
Number 2206.
And you have to write the name of the book.
I don't homework.
It doesn't matter, whatever you want it to be.
And you want to know what titles can pick them up.
Follow Miss Bennett.
I'll just say this is my first year, but I clearly see where there are students in my class that are thriving in an inclusion environment, and I also have students that this is just not the right placement for them, that they should be in a self-contained. It's just, the level is just beyond where they are ready to do, but there are parental considerations, and parents sometimes won't agree for the child to be properly placed because they want their child to get the experience even though it isn't the ideal place for them to learn.
Office here.
Two more.
That kid's desk.
You go with it.
Quick, like about
I'm taller than you.
I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. Green eggs and ham. What was number 4? You are to be in your seat immediately. Rules apply to everyone. What was number 4, Alexander?
You're the turtle.
Okay. Lewis. Number 6.
Number 5.
I'm sorry, number 5. Thank you.
Number 5 was on door 1. Look, the lower. No.
Number 5. Number 5.
Good afternoon, scholars and staff. We've had a great day here at Gregory School. We've had a lot of fun this week with Dr. Seuss. And just a reminder that next week we will be celebrating the NFL Combine. So if you want, you can wear sports clothing next week. And staff, just remember, if you are wearing sports clothing, check in with the office to get entered into raffles. Okay, so Dr. Seuss winners for today from the classes. So we have kindergarten, Miss Antunes and Miss Sardinsky's class. First grade, Miss Tallman's class. We have third grade, Miss Brennan and Miss Carpenito's class. Third grade, we have Mrs. Marie.
We have to go to a bus, Miles. The day is over. Eden, you have something in your mailbox. I don't know, there's pizza in your mailbox. A lot older.
Only 4 years.
Well, yeah.
And Bryn's pretty small.
And by the way,
Bryn's literally like the size of
I got
my
slime
look
right
at
here
your
on
panda
mine.
bear on your backpack. It's totally and by the way, more the weekend, did you with your mom?
Alright, so now I have to move their desks because it's the end of the month, start of a new month. And we have to make their desks, arrange them so that they have a new place because after a month they hate each other. I don't know whose books these are, but we'll have to give them to them. Breaking up is hard to do. It's more chaotic when Diana is not here, because having the group that I have as an inclusion really requires the help of two teachers, particularly if one child is having a particularly tough day. And today was one of those days, combined with the snow, combined with the Dr. Seuss, when things are not in routine. This is the type of group, and that's one of the downsides of inclusion, is that these kids thrive on routine. So when their routine is broken, they fall apart. And the routine was broken today because Miss Carpenito was not here. They thrive knowing that the two of us are ready and available to help them. 22 takes. 22 takes to get this, and we still have one student crying. Who was putting bunny ears? Who didn't want to sit wherever? It's crazy. Just too much.